Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a new week of our session recap by Admiral Markets. Today is 30th of June 2014, and I hope that you had a great week behind you. As I did also, we had a great session recap last week. So cumulative 2 week of session recaps gave us more than 600, 700 pips. I will show you the results from last week. Really, that was a 700 pip pull from last 2 weeks, so I hope that you at least got some 100, 150 pips out of it. Today, Euro-Dollar cable, Aussie, Dollar CAD, and AUD CAD will be shown. Yeah, Claudio is saying a great week. I'm glad. And I think that today there will be also great setups on all of these pairs. And I'm looking forward to trade it, especially Dollar CAD and AUD CAD, which might come in play maybe soon. So let's see. Today also, if you followed the analysis from this morning, you could have seen that today on Admiral Markets blog, I was writing about 3660. It was important level. And really, it was important level today. And that ascending triangle will lead to 3685 and 3700. So that was basically a breakout of ascending top triangle. So let me give you, I cannot zoom into this picture. I will show you. It is the same. So this is ascending triangle. When you have a flat line, it's called ascending flat top triangle. And this is ascending top because we don't have a flat top. This is indeed, it looks like a angled triangle, and this is a bullish pattern. But it also might become some sort of a bearish wedge. So in its pure sense, it's bullish pattern. So we would be, and we had hoped for a jump above this triangle. And basically we had a nice confluence of H3 level, of previous top which was broken, and also we had a trend line that is ascending top. This is ascending top. And we can see that basically all levels have been hit, really H5 on Camarilla, and my red level, which might come in play also soon. So yeah, it was a good call. Yeah, Benda says it's a great call on Euro-Dollar. Thank you. It was really, and I traded actually. I was trading also Euro-Yen today, but this setup was really, really good. So let's see a summary of last session recap. This was our last recap. Let me show you. Euro-Dollar, yeah, it was basically, I forgot, obviously, I forgot to write it down on Euro-Dollar, but I will show you now. Let me pause the screen for a second to find a proper file for that, and then I will show you. It was our last session recap. So session recap of 23rd of June, so you can see again my screen. Let me show you Euro-Dollar. Euro-Dollar, it was sell position around 36.20 with 30 pip stop loss. Targets were 35.70 and 35.10. Actually, guys, if you were following last 2 weeks, we had perfect sells around 36.20. And I was telling you last week also, try to short it again, and you could have made 10 trades of sells around 36.20 with only 30 pip stop loss. So if you were trading basically only Euro-Dollar, you could have really got a lot of pips. Let me show you. This was the time of our webinar. Look at the chart. This was the time of our webinar, 23rd of June, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock my time. And what happened is, a couple of hours later, you can see that 36.20 has been touched, and then it was rejected violently to the downside. So 40 pip potential of that trade. So 40 pip potential of that trade. So this was 40 pip potential of that trade, euro dollar. Cable, all of those trades except New Zealand dollar were qualified and gave us even target price was hit. So even predictions were pipped out, because you know how to trade these calls. You should always trail a stop, and you should always put your target price. So once your target price is hit, then we can say it was basically trade to the pip. But very often you will close manually, I don't know, after 20 or 30 pips. So this is total pip pool. So what I mean by this, when I say total of, that is total pip pool. And that means that we basically, guys, can you tell me just, is there a sound? Bob is telling me that there is no sound. Can you just confirm that there is a sound? Yeah, sound is okay. So Bob, check the sound. It's okay. I will write it down. So, yeah, try to restart. So, guys, let me show you what does this mean. You probably know what this means. So, total of 216 and 245 pips could have been made by all of these trades. And also, if you remember, last week, this was 285 to 385 pips. So this is pip pool. That means that you could have made, I don't know, 30 pips out of 400 pips. Or you could have made, I don't know, 50 pips or 15 pips. But this was the potential of those calls. That means this is full potential of those calls, okay? So that is how I calculate a total pip number. So even if you got, I don't know, 50 pips out of this 250, it's great because those are free pips, okay? I always say that. It's a freebie and it's the money. It's the real money. It's not, I don't know, it's not a present, I don't know, perfume or something like that. So it's a free money, and I'm really glad when you make money. Really, I'm really happy because of that. So this last week it was all. I will show you my favorite trade. Although EuroCAD was favorite because it was perfect. Really, I'm really happy that EuroCAD because it's not so easy pair to trade. You know, it's so easy pair. It can be very fast, and I'm really proud of EuroCAD. But I personally liked GBP dollar. Really, GBP dollar was a winner for me. Although it gave us 50 to 100 pips. If you remember, the call was position buy around 69.50, 30 pips stop loss. That was my call. And basically what it was, you know where I made the call. This was 23rd of June. This was the webinar. And exactly at this spot, it was London Open on 25th of June. The London Open, look at this, London Open here. Exactly, bang, it went to the upside. And now we are in a strong uptrend. So 69.50, guys. Very, very good level, very strong level, and great pips by GBP dollar. On Aussie, we also got TP hit, position buy 93.70, stop loss 35 pips, and where it was basically, this was the time of the webinar, and we had a buy position at this spot. Yeah, this was the buy position here and here. And if you know, our stop loss was 35 pips, so stop didn't hit because it was 35 pips. Look, okay. So stop didn't hit. It went in a drawdown, then bang, it shooted up. A great trade by Audi. Yeah, Nazam says, is saying trade with 15 pip trailing stop, you were stopped out. Okay, at least you got some 15 pips out of it. 15 pips out of it. It doesn't matter, Nazam. If you even had 15 pips out of these 50 pips, it's good. You could made almost three sells. This was the buys. This was the first buy. This was the second potential buy, and this was the third potential buy. Shot up. Yeah, Darshan is correcting me. Shot up, of course. Yeah, it's the past tense. I know. Shot up, not shoot it up. Thank you, Darshan. Thank you. Thank you. He says English lesson, shut up, not shoot it up, my Serbian buddy. Thank you. Yeah, shut up. Exactly. Okay, now Aussie. Yeah, it was great. 50 pips for Aussie and 50 pips was really, really great. Let me show you a proper PPT. EuroCAD. Well, EuroCAD was EuroCAD was also a great trade, especially when it hits target price, because I'm not so, sometimes I do some EuroCAD trade and usually I'm stopped out, I don't know, for some 10, 15 pips for those trades, but EuroCAD is indeed a good pair to trade. And again, this was proven here. This was the time of our webinar, and basically sell around 46.25. Look to the pip. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Was it the fifth chance to sell? Yeah, it came within 10 pips. It came within 10 pips of predicted level. So 46, okay, 46, 46, 25 here. And basically, when price comes within 10 pips of those predicted levels, you can try to enter the trade. And guys, as soon as I finish with this, I will answer all of your questions, so don't worry. So within 10 pips, everything is fine. 5 times the price went to 5 pips, close to entry, and on this level, it was really good. Look at this. It went in a very small drawdown, but then look at this, how much it dropped. And this was ampere. If you watch the screens, if you know which pair you're trading and which pair you're following, you should always, if you remember our price action webinars, you should always follow W pattern for buys, M pattern for sells. Rahul is saying no sound. Okay, Rahul, please check your sound, because obviously there is a sound. And this was M pattern. M pattern. After the trade was initiated, here, what happened? Look at this. Downside and great. I need to say this was EuroCAD tanking down, and that was a beautiful, almost a straight sell to this level. Mirko is saying, I have lost my sound also. Guys, I don't know why you're losing the sound, because it's up to, I don't know, maybe it's about your internet or ISP, I'm not sure. Everything is fine by me here. EuroCAD and New Zealand yen. Yeah, New Zealand yen didn't qualify. I need to say it didn't qualify because I wanted to buy around 88.05. Okay, and the price went to 88.25. So if it maybe, I don't know, if it had gone to 88.15, I would have made a long entry. But it only went to 88.25. So again, yeah, it was a good prediction. I knew that the trend will be up, and I knew that it probably, I cannot say 100% sure, of course, but I probably knew that it will go up, and that was I was planning to buy. I had my pending order set around 88.05, and if it had gone to 88.15, I would have made at least half of my volume. I would put in that trade for my risk volume, and normally I would add, if it dropped to 88.05, I would have added, and unfortunately it didn't qualify. So I cannot say, although this was a good direction, I don't count this trade as this setup as a trade, because it didn't qualify. So total was 216 to 245 pips, and I can say that EuroCAD was the trade of the week. Now, guys, I will show you Euro Dollar Cable Aussie, but concentrate on AUD CAD and EuroCAD. Sorry, these last two pairs, Dollar CAD and AUD CAD. My favorite. If it hits, I had my pending orders ready. So, and before I almost forgot about this. I need to say a risk disclaimer. I wanted to say this prior to this first part of the webinar, but I unfortunately forgot. So my obligation is to tell you a risk disclaimer before we begin. So let's now hear risk disclaimer. Then we will continue with the webinar to show you new setups, which will be valid for today, tomorrow, and possibly day after tomorrow. And always pay attention to my updates on Admiral Markets blog, Twitter, and Facebook, of course. Forex Factory, don't need to mention that. So, online educational materials are developed by Admiral Markets as Estonia for a global audience. Therefore, please take into consideration that information in this session may not be suitable for everyone. To get a corresponding information on charting conditions and any other detail, please visit www.admiralmarketsglobal.com, select your country, and contact an appropriate entity. Risk disclosure statement stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting those risks, you're also proceeding further with me. Okay? And third part, final part. Admiral Markets UK Ltd takes no responsibility for the information accuracy. The analysis represents the personal opinion of the author, it's me, and in no way it represents the actual suggestion for the trade. These are not MUK's opinions, and the website in the video is not the .co.uk website, but the globalnews.com website. Forex is risky business. This should not be taken as advice. It's personal opinion only, and this webinar is for informational and educational purposes. Okay, good. Now, I'm free to show you today's setups. So, what about Euro Dollar, guys? Well, now we can see that Euro Dollar is indeed in a sort of, I can say it's in uptrend now. This was the range. Okay, this was the range. You can see, you can basically pull support and print out the resistance. You can just put the lines, and you don't need any indicator to tell you this is a range, especially when you have this and this. So this was a range, and now the range has been broken. 3650 has been broken. On this point, guys, I can say it was a retest. Okay, so this was, if you know those breakout patterns, 50 number is actually where big players like to put those orders, their orders. 50, 20, 00 numbers, round numbers, they're always natural support and resistance levels. So in this point, you can see that, I will zoom it in. You can see that this was a breakout. This was retest. So you know how to make breakout trades. You can go for breakout retest. So in that case, your entry would have been here. You can go with trigger happy trade. Trigger happy is immediate action once the level has been broken. That means you're just pressing market order buy, and once 3650 was broken, well, you could have made some pips. Breakout retest is this, and breakout pullback continuation is this. So this is breakout, this was pullback, and continuation came at this point. So I can safely say that 3650 has been retested. Now, the only thing I would go long is again around that level. I don't know, you know, Forex market, it's a bit nasty. You can draw a Fibonacci from this point and this point. I will show you. You can put, this is swing low, okay, and this is swing high, okay. And what it says is basically, you see again 78.6. If you put a trend line here also, let's draw a trend line. It's a bit steep trend line, okay? It's a bit steep trend line, and you can see confluence points here. And again, this is a deep retracement for intraday trading. And actually, I wouldn't like to go long here, there, or there. The only thing I would go long on this pair is, again, if it comes at least close to 36.50, it can be 36.55, okay? I wouldn't go here, even though it might go and it might drop there and then go up. I wouldn't go here. So far, it seems that the target for the 37 it has been hit. We can assume that this level is very close and it has been hit. But this is important level, guys. Pay attention. 37.40. It's a good level. Around 37.35 to 40, I would go for a sell. I'm hoping that even though if I don't get a buy order somewhere around this region here, I would like to sell. And if you pay attention to the level, okay, on daily time frame, also, what does it tell you, guys? Look at this 37.40. Previous swing high. So naturally, the price has been drawn to this level, 37.40. It's a magnetic level at this point because this was a previous swing high on daily chart and this was swing low on daily chart. Before this, we had a mini swing high and a swing low. And this was 37.40. This is price action. 37.40 was a daily swing high and this was daily swing low. So it's a normal thing to assume that the price is targeting 37.40. Now, I wouldn't go long now on 36.90. That's stupid to do because you want to have a retracement. Look at this candle here on daily. This is bully candle. It's Marubozu candle, guys. A Marubozu of the support on daily time frame. We are not talking about 1 minute time frame. This is daily time frame. It's important to know. Usually after a big bully candle, there is a retracement. So I would go in only if it comes again close to 36.50. I wouldn't dare to enter there or there. Even though the price might jump from these points, I'm not sure. So I would go only if the price retraces around 36, 50, 60. It can be 60, okay. 10 pips. It's okay to go long at 60 with 30 pip stop, targeting 37 and 37.40 again. If the price doesn't retrace and it goes straight back, we can go for a sell around this region here, 37, 35 to 40. A stop loss is 30 pips, targeting again 36.50. What about cable? Now cable, I will show you the chart of the cable. It's really too strong. Oh, look at this. This is very, very strong uptrend. I need to zoom on to weekly chart to actually see what is going on. Because this was a previous high on weekly chart. Look at this, guys. 2nd of August 2009. Okay? So this is actually 5-year high. And it has been broken. So it's very hard to analyze this properly on intraday level. Because all of those levels which are historically strong, now they have faded. Once this level has been broken, now the uptrend has resumed. So I would go only long around 70.60, 30 pip stop loss, targeting 71.50. On weekly chart, it looks even, it looks scary, very scary on weekly chart. If we want to follow weekly chart, because weekly high has been broken, okay? We are talking about weekly high, 5-year high. Next level is 75.16, guys. Is it possible that cable is targeting that level? It might be possible, but I want to see a retrace first, because we are trading intraday. It's not good to follow weekly charts when you're trading intraday. But if you have a resistance broken and previous 5-year high broken, as in this point, you need to follow the weekly chart. So again, I'm bullish on cable. But I would be looking to buy around 70, 60. Okay. I even let me try to draw a Fibonacci on leaving candle. This was previous swing low, and this is a swing high. Now on 1 hour time frame, we can see that sellers came in here. Now it can be a shooting star. So look at the level. Now you have a confluence. Why did I pick 70-60 level? Look at this. Previous swing high before the drop to 69.50. Then break out of this level. It wasn't retested. Look at this. It wasn't retested on 1 hour time frame. And 1 hour time frame is intraday time frame. And the level hasn't been retested. It was called, this is Marubozu candle of the support. It's a bully volume candle. This is volume candle, volatility candle. And it hasn't been retested. So if it's, if we talk about normal trend trading, I would like to see price gets again to this region, retest the region, and goes straight back up. So 60 to 50 is the point where we could possibly find 70-60, yeah, possibly find another good opportunity to go long. Okay, 30 pip stop loss, because if the stop loss gets hit, it would mean that the price has indeed again made back into the 5-year range. The height was 70.42, and we are hoping for a trade at 70.60 with a possible 30 pip stop loss. That means 70.30. Okay, so let's see what we will get from out of this trade. Aussie is in uptrend, but it's ranging. Okay, it's ranging. Possible buy might come around 94.00 with 25 pip stop loss, targeting 94.40. I'm not so fond of trading Aussie. AUD-CAD is, I have a better setup on AUD-CAD. I need to tell you that AUD-CAD is a better setup for me. So I might skip this trade, but okay, if you want to trade, this is how I would possibly look for the trade. You can see that basically the price is retracing, and now we have a trend line. We have a previous swing low and high. This is this is almost a double top, and this looks like some sort of triangle, or it's not a flat top, but it's not also ascending triangle. So this looks like it is ascending because trend line is ascending, but on the other side, upper trend line is descending. So it's some sort of symmetrical triangle in making. So the only thing that I would look for long trades is around this region. So we have a trend line. We have basically also a 94.00 level at this point here. Okay, to this point here. So 61.8 is 71.6 is basically 10 pips apart. So there is a confluence there. Okay, and we also have a trend line. So I would go for a long entry if the price retraces here. On the short side, I would go for a sell around 94.40, stop loss 25 pips, targeting 94.00. Okay, so look at this. This is previous double top, triple top. Then we have a trend line. So it's ranging. It's ranging, and I don't like to trade ranges like that. So if you're asking about Aussie, this is what we have here, and I might skip this one, but it's only for your reference. This is what I'm particularly looking for: dollar CAD and AUD-CAD. CAD is in a downtrend, and now we can exploit. We can basically dollar CAD. Sorry, dollar CAD is in good downtrend, and this is the level. I'm really hoping that it can give me at least 50 pips, and if this level is broken, I might get even more. So now I will show you. AUD CAD first. Sorry, dollar CAD first. Look at this. This is a strong downtrend. This is indeed strong downtrend. And 74. I will not. I will not say 1.0745. I will say only 70.45. So 74.5 or 745, whatever you like, because this level 745 is very, very strong. I'm hoping that this level, if it's hit or 10 pips within this level, we might get a nice sell trade towards 0.700. But this is not a final target price. If that level breaks, we will have even more pips. Okay, so let me show you. So dollar CAD, I have double Fibonacci here, of course, and look at this region here. Look at this region here. Triple confluence. 50, 23, 6, and 618 is first confluence, but I don't want to sell here. I want to sell into 70, 80, 78.6, 88.6, and 38.2 confluence. It's very close to previous swing high. And we might get a nice sell here. Even though if it only means a scalp trade, it would be very, very good to short into this level. So I'm hoping for a short around this region here. Okay? 30 pip stop loss towards 70, towards this region. So from this region to this region. Because this region has also confluence. But if that level is broken, we can go for this level again. So I will change to also this slide, TP2. I'm hoping that this trade might be very, very good. So let's say 60-50. It's 60 because that was the last swing low. Okay, so if this region is broken, we might see price close to 650. So confluence there, but I'm hoping that the price will get there, so I would sell it. One reminder for you, please, that we also could see a sell around this region here, 700 to 715. Okay, but it's too shallow retracement for such a strong uptrend. I would like to see there. So let's see. Let's wait. And the last setup for this week, of course, each day I will be posting new analysis, but for these pairs, AUD CAD, sell around, okay, 1 point, pay attention to this because it can be a little bit tricky. 1.0111, 0.100, 30 pip stop loss, target is 1.0035. So those numbers can be a little bit confusing, but that is the way it goes. So look at this. Strong downtrend. And I would be looking for a sell around this region. Again, because if the price is magnetically pulled to this region, I'm sure that it will be at least 15 pip scalp. Okay? So at this region, we can see a nice, look at this, this was previous low, it was broken, it was retested once, and then it started to fall down. So if the price comes here again, I would be looking to sell it, and I have my pending order. It will be valid for 1 to 2 days from today. So let's see. If something happens, I will update you via Admiral Markets and Twitter or Forex Factory. Now questions. On daily dollar CAD chart on 7th of January, there was Marubozu at the current price level, and stochastic is, I don't look at stochastic, but let's see. Where do you see a Marubozu candle? Do you see a it might be a buy from this region, but I'm not sure that I would go. I'm not sure I would go for a buy entry because we have a sell trend, and this trend is really strong. So I'm going for completely. I won't be counter trending this. I would be only going for trend setups. So this is what I'm looking for, okay? As you can see on dollar CAD 745, this region to sell it again. Okay, so we will see if it will happen, but I am looking forward to it. Don't you trade pound yen and euro yen? Yes, Murtaza, I'm trading. I also trade cable pound yen, so-called dragon, and euro yen, but today I didn't make any new setups because especially on dollar CAD and AUD CAD, I would like to see short trades. So I gave a slight advantage to dollar CAD and AUD CAD. Do you think that pound yen would be a good sell since it's a run on previous historical sellers? Yeah, but I don't, Banda, I didn't analyze pound yen. Maybe tomorrow I will be posting pound yen analysis. So I'm not sure if it will go or would go. Let's see, pound yen. No, this doesn't look so good because it hasn't made. This is head and shoulders, and head and shoulders. Look at this shoulder. This can be also taken as a shoulder. This can be also. This is very, it looks bearish. It looks very bearish, but look at 4-hour candle. If it breaks this high here, it will go up. So I won't trade pound yen now. I wouldn't take any trades on pound yen. The last update on Traders blog is from 26. How come, guys? I made analysis today. Let me see. Euro, no, this is the last update, Eves, on Traders blog. Euro dollar for June 30. Do you see it? Because I made this update today. How come it's from, let me see. I will, yeah, how come they didn't publish it? Oh, I can't believe they didn't publish it. I don't know why. Yeah, you're right, Yves. But they didn't publish it. I have made a daily analysis here. How come? This is very strange. But how come that you know about my trade and my setup today? Probably by Twitter and Spiders then. Good that I also use social networking. I didn't know that. This is my blog and I have saved this euro dollar. I also made a Twitter update. Very, very strange. So I will speak to Admiral Markets management about this particular entry, and it should have been live today. I'm not sure why it wasn't published. Another question, do I use trailing stop? Yes, usually after 15 to 20 pips I put my trailing stop on these setups. Of course, 15 to 20 pips of profit. Let's see another question. Thank you for spotting this. I didn't know that euro dollar wasn't updated on the blog. Yeah, I will tell them for sure. Next question. Can you show presentation again? Yes, guys, of course I will show it again. Don't worry, I will show it again. Okay. Very strange, but well, we will see why it wasn't published. And these are the slides again. I will show you the slides now. So pay attention to this euro dollar. Then cable. Then Aussie. But as I say, I'm not particularly looking to trade Aussie. This is a range in uptrend, but I'm looking really for AUD CAD and dollar CAD. So let's see. But this is, if I would trade this, I would be waiting for I will be watching the price. So I'm not sure that I will be trading it. But if I see that the price might really reject from these regions, I might make a market order. So let's wait. But this is for Aussie. This is for dollar CAD. And this is for AUD CAD. Okay. Okay, so those are setups. These are the charts, if anything means to you. I usually use these charts to show you how price reacts reacts to proper price action on 1 hour time frame, and to show you previous weeks. So of course I will be always telling you pre-fact, and I will be always showing you both losses and both winners. But so far, since the inception of session recaps, we didn't have any losing week if we only traded those pairs and those setups which I post. But of course, we trade not only these setups, you trade also your systems, your methods, and I also trade some other pairs. But I'm particularly happy because I can say that since the inception of Camarilla, it's now 6 months time, I'll be in a plus around 17 to 20% in last 6 months. I think it's something around 18%. So actually, if you go with good money management and good results, almost 20% in last 6 months total of all trades, it's a good result. So I don't know, maybe someone is making 10% per month, but my risk is really, if I made I don't know, my risk level is usually around 1 to 2% per day. So if I was risking a little bit more, I would have made 40% in the last 6 months. But you know, trading is not just about making profits. Always remember that trading is about protecting your equity and then making profits. You can only protect your equity if you know a proper risk and trade management. And if you want to know a proper risk and trade management, you will listen to also my webinars about money management. If you listen to my webinars about money management, you will be in this game for many years to come. Okay, you can make 50% in a month, but in 2 or 3 months your account will be blown out. So don't make that happen. Trade as a pro. Trade as big banks do. Banks give you 2 or 3% per year. If you make 12% in 3-4 months, that's basically 4 times, that's 4-year profit, which basically you would have made by depositing the money to the bank. So I'm not talking about 50% or 20% per month. I teach you how to trade as bank, as big banks do, and as big hedge traders and fund traders do. It's time to move on to a step ahead, and it's time for you to trade not only 1 or 2 pairs. You should trade at least 5 or 10 pairs at this moment. So that is why I'm showing you always 5 setups, not only these majors, but also dollar CAD, AUD CAD, Swiss yen, euro dollar, euro AUD. So we can trade 24 pairs, not just 5 or 6 pairs. And it's always good to know that you are making money. That is why I'm really happy when I talk to you on Mondays. And I will be providing more analysis each day and each week. So this is the recap for today, tomorrow, and possibly day after tomorrow. If there is any change, there will be any changes, I am sure, and you can be sure that I will be posting that. So if changes come around for all of these setups, I will be putting my update on Twitter, Admiral Markets blog, and Forex Factory. So pay attention to charts, pay attention to price action, and I may come tomorrow with updates or maybe and possibly new setups, especially around New York opening, because New York opening and New York Open, like I need to say, New York Open was maybe in the last couple of months even better than London Open for trading. So watch out for new setups, not for these pairs, but for other pairs tomorrow. And if anything happens with these pairs, I will be sure to post it by Twitter and Admiral Markets blog and Facebook page. Also pay attention to our education, because education will come soon again by Chris, trading intraday, intra-week. You also trade intraday with Chris. And expert opinion on 2nd of July, why do traders lose money? Why do traders lose money? It's important psychology webinar, so sign up for that. And you by listening to psychology webinars, you are also growing stronger as a trader. Okay. And Pro Learning Lab of 3rd of July, it will be our personal stories. Me and Chris will be talking about how we started to trade and which stages we went through. So I will be telling you my personal story. So if you are interested in some of my background before I have become Tarantula and a retail trader, then pro trader, then sign up for that webinar. Of course, Chris will also share his story. So guys, this is everything for today. If you have any questions to ask, go ahead and ask. So if you are not in a mood for asking any questions, we can safely assume that this webinar is indeed over. So these are setups. As I say, my favorites are dollar CAD, AUD CAD. If those happen, I would be really happy, but I'm not sure. We need to wait for the price to touch those levels. Also for euro, I'm looking particularly to sell around 37.40. Cable, we will see 70.60 retest. And Aussie, I'm not sure that I will trade it, but I will be monitoring it. So thank you guys again for listening. Thank you for being here with me. Everything is clear. Great. Eve says everything clear. I hope that you all enjoyed this webinar, and thank you for all suggestions, and I will talk to you very, very soon, guys. Cheers and trade safe.